I'm at work, but I wanted to make sure that I come and join you guys for this live. I'm going to say this is going to be a very important live because since we reopened Teapot Naturals here in Jacksonville, Florida, in the Regency Mall food court, I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of different people. And I'm very shocked, but I'm also very excited with hearing that so many people is considering going vegan. So I want to talk to you guys about some important facts about going vegan. So if it's something that is interesting to you, something that you're tapping into, you're not quite sure, whatever the case may be, I want to give you some logic answers and some understandings that you must know if you're considering or if you are new to the vegan train. So that's what this video is about. I'm gonna try to keep it short. If I have to place you on hold, that's just because the customer has walked up and I have to service them, but I'm gonna see if I can get this done as soon as possible because I've heard a lot and a lot of things concern me. So you know how I am. I'm very passionate about people that's considering this lifestyle, going into this lifestyle. I'm very passionate about what I do here at Teapot Naturals because the number one concern for me at Teapot Naturals is the health and the state of you going vegan and doing it in a safe and healthy way. So we're going to talk about a lot of that. Hey there, how you doing? Good, good. I didn't hear from Vimo yet. Well, he did. Yes, he did. He sent me some videos, but don't nobody know who he is.
I mean, he performed.
1 second, guys. I'm coming. I'm gonna. And please, if you have questions, do not hesitate to post your questions as I go through this tutorial or this informational. Post your questions.
He did chinchilla.
Chinchilla?
Let's go chinchilla in California, like right before the pandemic.
Okay, I'm gonna post him on my page and see what kind of reviews I get.
Yeah.
But he did contact with me and he did send me some Spotify or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't stand Camellia, but I know she don't want to arm and leg.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. So
Okay.
like I know them. That kind of, she about to open up for Money Bag and the baby. So you know she gonna want 10
Right.
bags and better.
Yeah, she
so
don't want 10.
that's why I'm trying to keep it.
Yeah, even.
Right.
Okay, that's good.
And he about to come up with the album soon too. So
Okay, so that might work for him too with his new album coming up.
It come out maybe June, July, everything. But 95% think it's June. But he's pretty good though, like.
Okay, yeah, I did hear his music. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna check him out.
Okay.
I'm gonna check
It's
him out.
good seeing you. Have a
All
good
right,
day.
you too, love. Okay, so again, for those of you who don't know me, make sure you share this video. Make sure that we get this information out because again, we do have a lot of people that is going vegan, and we are very, very excited about that. My name is Tyresha Moore. For those who don't know me, I'm the owner and founder of Teapot Naturals here in Jacksonville, Florida. We just reopened our location in Regency Mall Food Court, and in this position, it has given me an opportunity to educate more people. Prior to myself going vegan in 2016, I was sick. I woke up, my eyes were swollen really big. I was diagnosed with PCOS, so I had a horrible hormone problem. And my eyes would just swell up like blowfish and be that way for a couple of days. It'll go away and it'll come back. So then I started doing some research to find out what was going on for myself because, no doctor could tell me what was going on. They put over 80 different chemicals on my back to see if I was allergic to something, and everything came out negative. So it was just it was quite difficult trying to figure out what was going on with that. So I just started studying for myself, and I learned the effects of wheat, which is a synthetic wheat. It's called dwarf wheat, which is the #1 contributor of my eyes blowing up as well as PCOS and my hormone deficiency. So I just continued. I started studying and listening to Dr. Sebi, and I challenged the works of Dr. Sebi and applied it to my own life. And as a result, I lost over 120 pounds, and life just totally took a turn for me. And anytime things are doing that good and I see that it really, really works, I want to share with everybody. So I just started sharing it with everybody about the herbs and everything that Dr. Sebi taught us. And in 2018, we opened a vegan restaurant here in Jacksonville, Florida on the north side, which was in a food desert. And then that is where I began to educate a lot of people on how to transition into this lifestyle. I educated the city about the food options. I, pretty much opened up a lot of opportunity for the entrepreneurs in the area. So a lot went on. Now, as the time has gone since we've been dealing with the pandemic situation, we have had a lot of people that is now considering or going into veganism. But there is some things I want you to know of how to do this safely. One thing that pushed this live today, someone came to me and said that he went vegan and it almost killed him. He had to go to the hospital, everything, because he wasn't getting enough minerals, enough nutrients in the body. And that is the main key. If you are considering going vegan, right? What you're taking out of your diet that is causing more detriment to the body than anything, you can see it. It's happening. What you're taking out, it needs to be replaced with something. If not, you will send your body into a shock. You'll also go through withdrawal periods. Like if you're eating these foods 20, 30, 40, 50 years, you are going to crave these foods. So there's a sense of discipline, a sense of mindfulness that goes on that you need to help you stay on track and in target with, staying off of it. But you need to be able to replace with something. So this is what Dr. Sebi taught us that a lot of vegans do not talk about, and a lot of people that's going into veganism does not talk about. We need minerals in your body. Your body is made of 102 minerals: iron, calcium, selenium, phosphorus, and so on and so forth. And so when you're taking meats and the junk foods that you've been eating out of your diet, then that means you need to make sure that you're putting some type of minerals back into the body when you're transitioning yourself from one to the other. For those people that can do cold turkey, that is great. I applaud you. But even for myself, being realistic, I could not even do this cold turkey. So I wean myself, okay? So for those of you that cannot do cold turkey and feel that you are not as of discipline, what you want to do is wean yourself. What does that mean? You want to maybe choose 2 or 3 days out of the week. Right? 2 or 3 days out of the week. Never change those days and make that your vegan days. Make that your alkaline days, to where on those days you only eat healthier option foods. And we're going to talk about those healthier option foods in just a second as well. So you want to transition yourself so that way you can do this mentally and physically. Many of us, including myself, have tried many fad diets. I did the ACG, I did the Atkins, I did Weight Watchers, all those things I did in the past when I was weighing over 300 and something odd pounds. And then what would happen, I would accomplish the goal and then I go right back to life circumstances, and then the weight comes back, and then sometimes it come back times 2 or times 3. So what you want to do is you have to mentally control the mindset when you're going into the vegan lifestyle and you're transitioning into this. So you want to take your time, because you have to feed the subconscious mindset new food choices and options that you enjoy, because your body is going to crave what you eat. So if you're eating these things all the time, no wonder when you get hungry you want that same thing again, especially if it tastes really, really good. So you need to put yourself in a consistency mode, but do it frequently, every week. If you choose Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's your vegan days. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's my vegan days. That's the days I'm only going to eat vegan foods. And even try only eat alkaline vegan foods, because there is a difference, and I'm going to talk about that next, right? So on your 2 to 3 days a week, you consistently eat those vegan foods, so that way you can kind of get used to it. You can learn what you like, what you don't like. You can learn what a go-to is or what's so not a go-to is. You can learn, what's quick, what's not so quick. So you have to learn how you're going to be eating going forward. Because once you transition into this lifestyle going vegan, if you ever was to go back to what you were already eating, then the same problem that you had before is going to return, and sometimes it will return even more aggressively. So So this is why you want to put yourself in a more of a transitional phase, because if it took you 20, 30, 40 years to get here, then it's not going to take you a year or 6 months to get out of it. Let's just be realistic. And a lot of people may not express that to you because they just want you to, hey, bye, want you to go, go, go. But let's just be realistic with the facts. This is a huge life-changing experience for you. And we want to make sure that you do it safely here at Teapot Naturals. Now, when I said about the foods, okay, here at Teapot, all right, many people, you can tell the cost of living is going up tremendously. So the prices, even here at Teapot Naturals, does not look the same as it was when we were on the north side. And that's one thing that's going to contribute to that. I am not going to compromise the quality and the ingredients of the food that we prepare here at Teapot Naturals just to make things cheap. Because if you are transitioning into the vegan lifestyle and you're putting the proper minerals in the body, that's great. But if you're continuing to eat, you know, soy, a lot of soy base, where you're doing that every single day, a lot of high fructose corn syrup, a lot of turpentine, a lot of these chemical based things that are in these processed foods, read the ingredients. And when you're reading the ingredients, if you see a really long word that you don't know, Google that word. Look, we don't even need dictionaries anymore. All you need to do is pull up your phone and Google that word and learn what it is that you're putting in this body. Because more than likely, these ingredients are not minerals. And if it's not minerals, then that means it does not serve your body. So therefore, you do have a lot of vegans that's eating a lot of processed vegan foods, but your skin is still breaking out. You are still having pain in the bones and the joints. You're still being diagnosed with cancer. You're still being diagnosed and you're still being sick by eating a lot of these foods. So what in the world use if you're going vegan anyway, if you're going to, transition into a lot of the processed vegan foods? I want you guys to know the importance of that. Read the ingredients and know what the ingredients are and what it will do to your body. Because just because you are going vegan or you are vegan does not necessarily mean you are in your 100% best of health, right? So I want you to make sure that you know that. Here at Teapot Naturals, I would say 95% of our food is made from scratch. We are very careful with all of our ingredients. We don't even use the water out of the faucet. We have 5-gallon jugs of water shipped in, spring water that is not distilled water, not alkaline water that's a 9.8 or 10 point, just what God has naturally provided on earth. And we take these things and we create it for it to be able to taste the way that you used to eating, so that way you can trick the subconscious mindset and say, hey, I can do this. This tastes really good. It's not so bad. Because most people think that vegan is very bland, it's very nasty. True enough, right now today, it just depends on who's cooking that food and where you're going to eat that food. But we have no soy products in this kitchen. All of our meat is made from an oyster mushroom or some type of oyster mushroom or some type of mushroom. Mushrooms provide vitamin D to the body. Okay, our French fries is not potato fries. Our French fries are made from barrel bananas that's providing potassium to the body. And most of our foods that we have here is providing some type of mineral intake into the food. The other difference that we do here at Teapot Naturals is sea moss is in everything. If you're purchasing the Posh Jesus seasoning, that contains sea moss in that seasoning. So therefore, every food item that you eat, whether it's alkaline or just vegan or even pescetarian, you're getting some type of sea moss and some type of mineral intake is going into the body. That is what is missing, okay? We have not been consuming minerals in the body, and when you consume minerals in the body, you eat and consume what the body is made of. It charges the body so the body could naturally heal itself. It will put the energy back into your body. It forces the body to heal itself because that is what the body is made of, okay? So you have to, I can't repeat that enough. Put in the body what the body is made of. And that is what we reference to when we say mineral-based foods, because most of our foods have minerals that's going to serve the body. And here at Teapot Naturals, I am not going to compromise our ingredients just to make things cheap, because things being cheap is going to cost you when you're ill, when you can't move, when your energy is gone. It's going to cost you, and you're not going to have that type of experience if you're coming here in Teapot Naturals. So if your concern is the cost because it's too much money, trust me, there are so many other vegan restaurants all over Jacksonville and everywhere that sell cheaper items for you. But just know that eating too much of those things, okay, too much of those things could still cause a detriment to the body, where you're dealing with some of the illnesses that you are trying to run away from. Now, I am talking merely from experience. I'm not a medical doctor. I've never worked in the medical field. Again, I've been doing this since 2016. The weight has gone up and down. A lot of what you will experience, I have personally experienced, so I can tell you what it is that I know and to be factual. I also do a lot of reading. I do a lot of studying to find out how the foods and the herbs will serve your body. So what is the best way for you to get minerals? Not only should you consume foods that have the minerals and have some type of herbal seasoning in it, but you also have a lot of the herbal teas. So we do carry herbs in One Bridge Connect, which is here in Regency Mall. So not only do we have the restaurant, we have our retail store inside One Bridge Connect, where we have over 30 different alkaline herbs. We stick with alkaline herbs because that was what God has naturally provided on earth, so we use those things. We don't carry turmeric and a lot of the other herbs, and that's because what I noticed with studying Dr. Sebi is most of the things that is not recommended by Dr. Sebi has some type of long-term effect. So if you're consuming turmeric every single day, well, 64% of turmeric contains starch. So if you're consuming it every day, then you can also be in face of some long-term effects by consuming that every single day. Rashawn, I'm gonna call you back, baby. All right, so you just want to make sure that you know what you're doing. I'm not saying don't, because turmeric has some great benefits. It has been reported to decrease or reduce the size of tumors and things of that nature. It does do that. But once the issue has been resolved, then you want to stop and you want to maybe consume something else, because it does have some type of long-term effect. Again, that's what I noticed with Dr. Sebi. Anything that is not recommended by Dr. Sebi has some type of long-term effect if you are continuing to use it over and over again. Same thing with the food. Dr. Sebi has recommended the less detrimental foods. And that's some of the things that I try to do here at Teapot Naturals. Some things are not made available to us on the restaurant industry. So I do my due diligence and I research to find what would be the less detrimental, and will advise you of the things that you can have every day or not so every day. For example, we do have the regular wheat pastas that we serve, but if you are strictly alkaline, you can simply request whether it's a gluten-free chickpea pasta or spelt pastas. We have those. We cook it to order. A lot of people do not enjoy the taste, so therefore I don't want to cook a lot of it and then have to discard it because you guys are not getting it. So we keep it in the back for those people who are strictly onto their gluten-free or alkaline diet. We will customize your order here at Teapot Naturals based on your preferences. But a lot of the foods that we have here at Teapot Naturals is definitely some type of benefit to the body, but it also contains sea moss is in everything. All right, so I had a young man come, like I said, he told me that he was getting real sick. He almost killed himself, but that's because he went, stopped eating the meat and was just basically eating fruits and vegetables, which is great for a short period of time. But if you're just eating fruits and vegetables and you're not getting any type of herb in the body or sea moss in the body or minerals in the body, then yes, you could face some fatigue, and you're going to go through a withdrawal process, and things could be a little bit more challenging for you because everybody's body is different. So that's why going into veganism and you want to go into this lifestyle, please be sure that you contact an herbalist and get some type of herbal substance in your body when you're transitioning into this lifestyle, so you can do this in a healthier way and you don't have to feel some of those detrimental effects with going into the vegan lifestyle. All right. There are certain types of veganism. You have vegetarian. Vegetarians, they will eat butters and they will eat eggs. They will eat cheese. Okay. They just don't eat the physical animal. So that is a vegetarian. I want to break this down so that way our newcomers and our new individuals will know exactly what you are doing, why you're doing it, and have a little bit more in-depth knowledge of going vegan. All right. So you have one vegetarian. They will eat the cheese. They will have butters. They may even drink milk and things of that nature as a vegetarian. And then you have your pescetarian. Pescetarians do not eat any type of meat. A lot of times they won't eat the cheese or the butters, but they will eat seafood, whether it be fish or your crab and your shrimp and things of that nature. Then that's considered to be pescetarian. And then you have your vegans. Now your vegans are the individuals that will not eat anything from an animal, or they will not consume anything that comes from an animal. So most vegans will not consume any milk. They will not consume any eggs. They will not eat anything that's even in it. Okay. A lot of our parents here in the South, if your mom is cooking some collard greens and she put those hog maws in their collard greens, well, a vegan is not going to eat those collard greens because those hog maws is in that pot, right? So we're a little bit more specific. And then your fourth is your alkaline vegan. So alkaline vegan means they are not going to necessarily eat just regular pasta. They're going to only eat those things that is of nature, that naturally occurs on earth, in ancient grains like spelt and kamut and teff and teff flowers. And they are not going to eat any type of almond milk. They don't even drink. They have walnut milk or Brazil milk. And a lot of times for alkaline vegans, you will have to prepare your items yourself. Now, congratulations to a lot of Sabians out of the Sabian Alkaline Hall. We have become so creative over the years. We are leading this train. So a lot of people in the second Sabian Alkaline Hall are producing more alkaline items and making those available for you to shop online, for you to be able to get the items that you need and more easily accessible. Because when we started this back in 2016, it was very, very difficult for us to get a lot of these items. So it was just hard, and so we had to find ways to mend ourselves to be able to create these items that we needed to make it more readily accessible, which is why I then came up with the Alkaline Herbal Burger. So this is one of the only burgers that you will find, and you can purchase them at teapotnaturals.com. It's completely made out of walnuts and mushroom, and it also has burdock root and sarsaparilla root seasoned in that patty. It is a 100% alkaline burger. It is not processed in any way. It is not going to affect your blood pressure. If anything, it's going to cause your body to decrease inflammation. If you have a lot of inflammation in the body and you eat that burger, minus the bread part, unless it's the spelt bread or if it's a teff bread or bread that you already made or have available to you. But if you eat that burger, then you can find yourself, in a healing state. Another thing about eating a lot of the alkaline foods is that when you eat these foods, you feel energized. You don't feel as tired and as weighed down. You just feel energized. You want to keep going. You feel full and satisfied, but you're not stuffed and you're not ready to just pass out and give up for the day when you're eating these alkaline-based foods. So alkalinity is based on healing of the body. That's what Alkaline Vegans focus is, healing of the body. And here at Teapot Naturals, that is what our focus is, healing of the body. So we are not going to serve you something that tastes really good to get you hooked, and then you're going to end up sick later on with something. We're not going to do any of that. We're only going to give you things that will serve your body in a way that's going to be effective, and that's going to give your body energy, that's going to reduce some inflammation in your body. So this is the notion and the point of Teapot Naturals. So another thing that I really enjoy is when people are walking through Regency Mall. A lot of people, oh my God, I never tried vegan food before. So I am so overjoyed that I get to give a lot of people their first time and their first experience of eating vegan foods. And then when they do taste it, they're like, wow, this is not a mushroom. Oh my God, this tastes so good. Oh, I could do this every day if I'm eating like this. And it is true. So it's all about how you're cooking your food, because this is a notion, before I hang up, because I'm going to do this about another 5 minutes. This is a notion I want you to think about. So most of you are either dealing with chicken, or it's just really hard for you to get past the chicken. A lot of you are already done with the pork. You're pretty much done with the beef, you know, so the chicken is the thing. So if you get that chicken, right, and you don't put any seasoning on that chicken at all, right, you're not going to eat that chicken. It's going to be nasty as I don't know what. So the same way that you would think about an unseasoned chicken is the same way that you can think about vegan foods. So me and my family, of course, we cook. I mean, that's why I end up over 300 pounds anyway, because we cook, and most of my family members know how to cook really good. So my techniques with cooking is coming from there. Also, with me living in South Florida for 12 years, meeting different people from different cultures, going to Spain, going to Jamaica, going to Dominican Republic, going to Haiti, you know, all these different places has taught me the different tastes of food, so I kind of combine all of that and be able to create a different vegan experience for a lot of individuals. So our chicken is basically oyster mushroom. If I cook or saute or fry this oyster mushroom with no seasoning, it's going to taste terrible. Just like your chicken is going to taste terrible if you don't put any seasoning on it. So anytime we are doing anything with chicken or meat, this will always be the base of our meat, is an oyster mushroom or king oyster mushroom. Why? Because it is providing vitamin D to the body. It is providing your body with a sense of iron. So if your doctor has advised you that you're low in iron, there's only a few natural ways for you to increase that. And that will be either mushrooms, standing directly in the sun, or consuming some type of herbal tea that's full of iron. That is the only 3 natural ways that you can increase your iron or your vitamin D intake in the body. And we need that iron because that iron is our energizer. That is our electric plug. A lot of you that's dealing with sicknesses, whether it be sickle cell, cancer, whatever the case may be, the more than likely that there is some type of mineral deficiency going on in the body. So when you fuse the body with minerals, it gives your body an opportunity to begin to heal itself, because you're serving the body what the body is made of. And that is what we focus on here at Teapot Naturals. We are not here to serve you so you can eat vegan food and you can come back and you can just keep buying it because it's vegan and because it's a trend. All your life you've been eating foods that have no minerals in it. And that bothers me. It bothered me when I found out that I had PCOS and I had a horrible hormone issue, and I ate bread every day. Pasta was my favorite. And I was just getting sick, and so many people in my family was getting sick. It bothered me that I saw a one body chart that had all these minerals on it, and not one doctor, if anybody, never said anything to me about my body being made of minerals. I learned that through listening to Dr. Sebi. So that bothered me. And because that bothered me, I vowed and made a commitment that here at Teapot Naturals, you are going to get some type of mineral intake if you are serving yourself here at home at Teapot Naturals. So listen, if you are going vegan, welcome. Yes, you will lose the weight. Yes, you will feel better. yes, you will age backwards. I am standing before you at 46 years old, okay? I'll be 47 this year, and I can outrun some of the children, okay? You know, we just completed a fast in the Sabian Alkaline Hall, so my energy is definitely on a 10. Skin is cleared up, you know, things of that nature. So it's a beautiful lifestyle when you transition. And then when you do go vegan, and let's say you've been vegan for about a year or 2 years down the line, your body, eventually your body is still going to crave some of the old stuff you've been eating. I hear a lot of people say, you know what, I just start eating the meat again, and I don't know why. And all these problems have returned. So if you were dealing with, let's say, herpes, and they've already told you that there's no cure for the herpes, they've already told you that, right? So, and although there may not be, right, if you clean the blood, you clean your body, right, you will not have any of those symptoms if you're eating the appropriate mineral-based foods and you're consuming the mineral-based herbs. Then you will not have those symptoms. But as time as you go back to the dairy, go back to the junk foods, go back to the foods, the same problem that you had before will definitely return, and sometimes it will turn even worse. And here I am talking for experience. Okay, I've never, since I've started this lifestyle, I have never went back to any type of meat. No fish, well, no fish I do sometimes, but no chicken, no turkey, no beef, no oxtail, absolutely not since 2016. Frankly, I'm afraid, because if I do that, I could simply immediately have food poisoning, have some type of poisoning in my body, where I'll be hospitalized because my body has already been without it for so long. My body is not operating off of those type of things. So it's going to take time, but it's durable. Do not knock the option until you try it. Don't even listen to me. Right? Just take the things that I'm advising you today, right? Take the things I'm advising you today. Do your own research. You know the questions that you need to ask. You know the things that you need to look out for. You want to know, are you vegetarian? Are you vegan? Are you pescatarian? Are you alkaline vegan? You know those things. You know, you ask the right questions. And challenge. I challenged Dr. Sebi, and it changed my life. So challenge what we're teaching you today, and have your own experience. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Don't put a time limit on this journey at all. Okay? Again, if you've been eating these foods for 20, 30, 40 years, it's not going to take just 2 weeks or 2 months to completely transition out of it. All right? You know, for those people that are more disciplined, that can stick to the guns, then great. But let's just be facts. Everybody is not like that. So let's just be realistic about transitioning into this lifestyle. So yes, you will feel so much better. You will be glad that you did it. You know, and stop saying what you can't do especially when it's something you never tried before. I just can't do that. I gotta have meat. You don't even know what your body feels like without the meat. So take that advice and just do the 2-3 days out of the week and don't have no meat at all. And you learn how different your body is, or how different things move for you, or how different your thought process, your sharpness, and your creativity. Pay attention to what's happening to you when you transition into this lifestyle. And also pay attention to what's happening to you before you transition. Because if you're dealing with a lot of illnesses, if you're dealing with a lot of pain, you're dealing with a lot of strain on the body, you're always tired, you got fatigue. 1, you're missing minerals. 2, the diet has to change first. I don't care what kind of medication, vitamin, whatever the case, your diet is primary. That is what has to change first. So give yourself the next 30 days and the next 60 days. Test my motion. You know, just give it a try. Stop knocking stuff that you've never tried before. Because again, you have no idea how sharp you are unless you try this lifestyle. And again, I'm only speaking from experience. I never thought that I would own one of the best vegan restaurants in the state of Florida. I never even knew that I was coming down this lifestyle. You know, I thought I was going to be a lawyer, and probably I will later on down the line. But God took control, because I gave myself to the whole holistic part of just doing things the way that God wanted me to do it, and that's what I'm doing. I have a lot of passion for all of my people. I have a lot of passion for people that's going into this lifestyle, a lot of passion about the foods that we cook. So this is just not the normal vegan spot. Welcome home. How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good, good. So let me just explain. So this is our Alfredo. That's our special for today. This is a jerk pasta. This is a daily special. We also have general chicken with mock chicken, and you can either choose the quinoa or the pasta, and the pasta has zucchini and squash. Now this is our everyday menu, so we do have everything that's available on the everyday menu right here. All right. So let me know what you decide, and anything that you want to taste, you let me know. Have you ever eaten vegan food before?
I've been here plenty of times.
Oh, here. Okay. Well, I'm giving you the rundown, and you already family.
Y'all got the y'all Jaguar smoothie that y'all had?
No, the Kente Hill, the only two smoothies I have is the Supernatural, which is 102 mineral smoothie, and the Shea Special, which is the mango pineapple strawberry. That's the only two I have.
No.
But you're about the third person that asked me about the Kente smoothie, so if I get a couple of more people, I'll bring it back. All right? Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I touched bases with you guys today. I have a family member that just entered the counter. Make sure, since you're considering going vegan, because if you listen to this long, then that means it's something that you are also passionate about. If you've done it already, you want your family to know more about it. You know, we're not into this to judge anybody. Everybody has to have their own life experience, but it's durable. And yes, you will feel great. You will look great. You'll feel better. You'll age back. Because if you notice, a lot of the beautiful elderly people that's still, you know, with us on this earth and dancing and doing what they do, more than likely they are vegan. So it is true what you're hearing about this lifestyle. But when you go into this lifestyle, make sure you do it safely. Most importantly, it's all about you getting the proper minerals in the body. So we'll see you at home at Teapot's Naturals here at Regency Mall. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday. We'll see y'all home, and y'all have a beautiful, beautiful day.